Hello and welcome to a Rodriguez history lesson in the VC world of old games, I suppose. This today is the first of hopefully many, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mega Man 2. Not Mega Man 1 because I don't have that yet, but Mega Man 2, which is originally created in the Mega Man series was originally created in 1987 by Akira Katamura and designed by Keiji Inafune, I think that is. This game came out a year after the first one, so it was in 1988, so it's as old as me actually, which is quite interesting. The storyline behind Mega Man is a robot created by Dr. Light, who is in a sense the good doctor, who specialises in computers and robotics, so created Mega Man along with all robots. However, Dr. Light's assistant, Dr. Wily, as you can see in the centre here, has a little symbol for him, was the assistant of Dr. Light and is now your antagonist in all the games. He either creates the robots or controls them in some way to make them wreak havoc across the world, in which you must prevent them, destroy them, absorb their abilities and take down Dr. Wily. So, other than that, there's not too much I can say. These are the robot masters that you've got to fight in this game. They act as bosses to each level, and you have to get through the level, then defeat these robots which have as much health as you. I'm just going to select Airman and probably fail again, so it should be interesting. Other than this, random characters in the games, not in this game, is characters like Roll, who is Dr. Light's female housekeeper, I suppose, except a robot, as you'd expect, because this is the future, so we don't have no human servants, I suppose. Other than that, she doesn't really play any kind of role in the games other than possibly for storyline, except in Mega Man 9, and I just died. Mega Man 9, in which you can purchase her in the shop to play as her instead of Mega Man, which I don't think makes any real difference. Other than that, there's characters like Rush who are important. Not saying that Roll isn't, but you know, Rush actually plays a part in the actual gameplay, because Rush is Mega Man's faithful companion dog, who is robotic. Again, you can possibly see a theme starting here, in which everything is robotic, and I'm going to have to be quiet now because, nope, maybe not, as I'm just, got on the platform. Anyway, Rush, is your companion dog who you can use whenever you get him in the storyline, and he's that amazing ability of being able to, transform himself. So you can have him as Rush Coil, which is basically turning him into a springboard for you, or another example is, I'm just going to use the most well used examples, which is Rush Coil and the Rush Jet, I believe, which is basically just a platform you can jump on. Some games you can control it, and it's just a horizontally moving platform. The difference in this game, however, is you don't get him. Instead you get items 1, 2 and 3, which basically serve the same purposes as Rush, but just don't have the name. Oh, nearly died there. Always a good start. I'm just going to have to think 1 second here, get to a safe point. What else is there to say? I'm not sure. Well, I can tell you just a bit about the actual game itself, which you probably already guessed. You have to it's like a platformer of the NES and Master System generation, except in this game you've got to, get to the end of the level, you have the ability to shoot, unlike in games like Sonic and such like. And he's just disappeared, which is interesting. And yes, other than that, you have to get to the end of these levels, which are possibly in some senses simpler than Mario or whatnot, in the sense, well, they're not as long in some areas. They're sometimes actually a lot harder, because unlike in Mario, spikes kill you after one shot. Now I'm going to die here probably, but since I'm not jumping and I'm trying to tell you about this, but maybe not. Oh yes, I killed him. Basically that was one of the robot bosses, Airman, which there's been a few songs about, I suppose. Well, one song about can't defeat Airman, although as you can see I'm a bit of a noob at these games sometimes, but I still managed to beat him first off. Basically now that I've beat him, I can now take his ability, and then also I think this is one of the examples of what would normally be the rush weapon, but in this case it isn't. Just a little bit more background about the original series. There were 8 originally in the Mega Man series, 6 on the NES and whatever the Japanese version of the NES was. I think it may have just been the NES, and 2 in the SNES, the Super Nintendo. You can, along with that, you have your sorry, I can't remember what I was saying. In addition to this, you also got one game on called Mega Man 9 that came out just recently in the last year. Well, last year I think, which is based in a sense on Mega Man 2, but is quite different because it's a lot just more polished and everything. It's just, it is a great game, just like Mega Man 2 actually. However, there's something a lot harder than Mega Man 2 is. Mega Man 2 is possible for me to beat, whereas the other Mega Man games aren't. Sorry. I'm trying to think what else to say, and I possibly shouldn't pick hard levels to try and talk about this game, but other than that, there's not much else to say. They're one of these kind of games where you have to play if you've never played them before, you'll find out you have to play each level about 5 to 10, maybe 20 times before you can actually complete it. After that, it becomes a lot simpler, because you know, for example, all the robot bosses kind of have a pattern they follow, and I'm not going to try and get any further here because I'm going to get killed if I try to, or I am just going to get killed. Anyway, so as you can see, I can change weapons, which changes my colour, and use the weapon of, like, Airman for example. And also this is the item I got, which I think is, it's like the rush jet, just moves you across. Anyway, as I was saying, the Mega Man 9 came out just recently and is an awesome game, just like all the Mega Man games. And if you like this history lesson, which hasn't been that great, but hopefully they will improve, then please subscribe or comment, or even just go out and buy one of these Mega Man games, because they're one of these few of the games that you can get that are on old systems but stupidly hard and takes such a time to master, but is so much fun, especially because the music in most of the games is just brilliant. Anyway, this has been Steve Rodriguez signing off. Hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.